together the League of Nations, the first attempt. The Rothschilds own so much that too many people are in debt to them. They come in, very much like George Soros. They come in, somehow weaken a country financially, buy it up, and then the country is indebted to them for who knows how long. Now, the Tsar of Russia tried to expose this plot, but in 1917, they destroyed the Tsar and his family. Now, the goal of the Illuminati, the goal of the Rothschilds, the Skull and Bones, it doesn't matter what you call them. It's a long view goal. They have an enterprise that they would like to accomplish in their lifespan, but as long as their lineage, because their lineage is always the provided for, protected, as long as their lineage continues to thrive and be the head of the world, that's good enough for them. Because these people know that things don't change overnight. You can't just take over the world in one shot, because that would freak the hell out of a lot of people. Now, just to tie in a nice little bow here, because I've given you a lot of information tonight, and some of you are just probably going, oh, I can't keep up. Just a little more before we kind of wrap this up. Here's a little clip from Batman. Oh, yes, we're going to tie in Batman to the Skull and Bones. This comes from the TV episode number 33. 33 being the highest degree in Freemasonry. The title of the episode, Fine Finny Friends. Did you catch that? Do you see what I've seen? Episode 33, Fine Finny Friends. What letter of the alphabet is F? May I ask you? Fine Finny Friends. Here's the clip.
That is Bruce Wayne's grandfather, Mrs. Cooper?
His great-grandfather.
I understand he was tapped for Skull and Bones.
Tapped for it? Sir, he founded Skull and Bones.
Now, I brought that to everybody's attention way back when the Dark Knight shooting came out and the Sandy Hook shooting came out. And no, I'm not like Alex Jones, and I do not believe that it was a hoax. Sandy Hook really happened. But was it just the act of one man, one disturbed young man? Well, if you took the opportunity to watch the movie The Dark Knight, remember they had that massive shooting at opening night way back when? James Holmes fired away. In that movie, for some very odd reason, I don't know why it was there was a map. And Commissioner Gordon puts his finger on the map. And right by his finger is the word Sandy Hook. Now, if Bruce Wayne's great-grandfather founded the Skull and Bones, according to Batman, episode number 33, Fine Finny Friends.
That is Bruce Wayne's grandfather, Mrs. Cooper?
His great-grandfather.
I understand he was tapped for Skull and Bones.
Tapped for it? Sir, he founded Skull and Bones.
And the Skull and Bones go way back, way back, through different names, of course, but they go way back and can be linked all the way back to Freemasonry. Freemasonry's highest degree is 33rd. There may be degrees higher, but it's publicly, 33 is going behind the veil. Pretty much God then. One has to wonder if these things aren't just all coincidence or if there is a message being told to you in these movies. Now, I did a video way back when on the movies, and I showed you that the Dark Knight shooting not only predicted the number of kids that would be killed and the date, as far as the month is concerned, but Commissioner Gordon, the police officer, pointed clear as day to the map, the part that said Sandy Hook. Now, I don't know what all that means. You can make your own conclusions. I'm not telling you what to believe. You can go check all this out yourself. I encourage you to do that. It takes many hours of research, but if you spend the time educating yourself, you'll find that everything I've told you is true. And that the links between all the secret societies that I've brought up today are there. And it's one secret society that moves through others, really. As we've seen with the Skull and Bones. George H.W. Bush was in the CIA. Then he became president. Prescott Bush was a senator. They're all over. John Kerry is senator. Almost president. Could have been president, and he was challenging his Bonesman buddy. I was going to say ally. But these men do things in secret. Let's play you the audio again.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
So you got to wonder. You got to wonder when all these things coincidentally match, if it's really not a coincidence. With the Sandy Hook shooting, it happened. But was it Adam Lanza who did it himself? Or through operations such as MK Ultra and the like? Who was, which is a CIA-based program, once run by George H.W. Bush, Skull and Bonesmen that used to be the pirates that were the Knights Templar and the Freemasons, all tied into Batman, oddly. You have to wonder if all the coincidences aren't really coincidences, and it was all made to happen.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America?
As a problem, so that you'd get a reaction, and they could offer a solution. We've got to take a break, folks. When we come back, we're going to hear from a couple former presidents. Be right back.
And that is Bruce Wayne's grandfather, Mrs. Cooper?
His great-grandfather.
I understand he was tapped for Skull and Bones.
Tapped for it? Sir, he founded Skull and Bones.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Because the John Lebang Show will be right back
After this.
That's guaranteed. Yes. It's all happening February 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern. The 2019 Banger Music Awards. Guest presenters: K-Rock and Sin, Sammy Schmidt, Wes Highland, Derek Shelmerdine, Kevin Holly, Alien Stone, and Motown Vinny, just to name a few. Music by The Dark Clouds, New Day Dawn, Folsom, Subway, and many others. The 2019 Banger Music Awards. For more information, go to our website, www.jlebang.com. It'll be a night to remember. February 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern on these great stations. The 2019 Banger Music Awards. Be there. It'll be epic.
You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
And it's so much fun. Why you keep talking? Oh, am I not supposed to? No. Oh, back to John.
All right, folks, welcome back. Hope you learned a little bit this evening in this final segment as we're just trying to tie things together. I was going to play a few tidbits, sound bites, parts of speeches from 3 former presidents. The first one is going to be a little minute or 2 minute from Franklin D. Roosevelt about Adolf Hitler and his plan.
Hitler has often protested that his plans for conquest do not extend across the Atlantic Ocean, but his submarines and raiders prove otherwise. And so does the entire design of his new world order. For example, I have in my possession a secret map made in Germany by Hitler's government, by the planners of the New World Order. It is a map of South America and a part of Central America, as Hitler proposes to reorganize it. Today in this area, there are 14 separate countries. But the geographical experts in Berlin have ruthlessly obliterated all existing boundary lines. They have divided South America into 5 vassal states, bringing the whole continent under their domination. And they have also so arranged it that the territory of one of these new puppet states includes the Republic of Panama and our great lifeline, the Panama Canal. That is his plan. It will never go into effect.
Now, in this next clip, ladies and gentlemen, President Eisenhower gave a farewell address to the nation where he was discussing his relations with Congress, which I think Congress should listen to how President Eisenhower described his relations with Congress and how Congress is acting towards our current president. And I think Congress could learn a lot from this speech. And I think it ties in, it shows the difference between today's politics and politics of the past. He also, and this is going to be a little longer one, ladies and gentlemen, so please bear with me. He also gives a warning to the American people. And when you look back on it, ask yourself, did the American people listen?
3 days from now, after half a century in the service of our country, I shall lay down the responsibilities of office as, in traditional and solemn ceremony, the authority of the presidency is vested in my successor. This evening, I come to you with a message of leave-taking and farewell, and to share a few final thoughts with you, my countrymen. Like every other citizen, I wish the new president and all who will labor with him Godspeed. I pray that the coming years will be blessed with peace and prosperity for all. Our people expect their president and the Congress to find essential agreement on issues of great moment, the wise resolution of which will better shape the future of the nation. My own relations with the Congress, which began on a remote and tenuous basis when, long ago, a member of the Senate appointed me to West Point, have since ranged to the intimate during the war and immediate post-war period, and finally to the mutually interdependent during these past 8 years. In this final relationship, the Congress and the administration have, on most vital issues, cooperated well. To serve the nation good, rather than mere partisanship, and so have assured that the business of the nation should go forward.